Hi everyone, it's Andres Sarmiento here. Today we have, well, I wanted to show you a few things. I actually try to make our lives easier, so that I don't get lost and uh, I don't get confused with topics. So I prepared a little presentation. It just took me like 30 minutes to do it, and nothing fancy. It's just a really quick one. But we're gonna go over, and you will notice that it's a little bit more noisy than the other days, and the reason is because I have a Dell 2950 or something like that, a server, and it's very loud. So that's the reason why. The other day we had the other four routers turned on, and it was a little bit loud, but this time it's louder. So let's get started. So first of all, let's see. We're gonna need to prepare ESXI for in order to support the call manager, and it's gonna be call manager in your HQ switch. You're gonna have call manager on your side B router, and then there's also a cloud component, which is what's available and what's routing the calls to the other sites. So what we're gonna see is what type of server do you want to use on this configuration if you're setting your lab at home. Then you will see the agenda there, and we're gonna go through configuration of the switch. We're gonna Actually, the configuration of the switch is already completed. I already did that, but and everything's cabled. So the rest of the information here in the agenda, it hasn't been done. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how we do it, and let's move on with it. Okay, so what type of server? You're looking for a server that is a 32 gig on RAM at least, and that has 1 terabyte. You want to have enough space for your ISO images, which is not gonna be too big. Maybe I would say 20 gigs for that, for the ISO images. And you definitely want to save them locally on the ESXi host, on the local storage. If you're not gonna go too fancy or anything with a nice CCIE or type of storage, or something different about your VMware environment, I recommend you to store the ISOs on the local storage of the ESXi server. I recommend you multiple cores. Call manager, even though we're gonna be using no more than 6 phones, it's it will need to run on a very stable environment, and that will make a difference. And definitely something that is not more than $400 if you're gonna buy it off of eBay, Amazon, or whatever place you prefer. I do recommend not to spend over $400. Actually, I think I spent $300, and that's because I wanted to save a little bit and get some other stuff. But definitely no more than $400 if you're gonna go for a server, and try to get something less noisy on this one. Okay, so we're gonna go to the configuration of the interfaces, and I did a little diagram here, which I'm gonna show you how here one of my desktops. So I have my ESXi server, and I wanted to illustrate that right now this is a 4-port gigabit Ethernet adapter that I have on that server. And the first, actually, you're not seeing interface 5 on the server, because that one's it's being used for my personal stuff. Like, I mean, not personal stuff, it's just testing things that I have there. Nothing fancy, an Active Directory, just to see how it feels, just testing with my server. And then I have the next adapter. This is dedicated to VLAN 1, so it's gonna be the one that goes to headquarters. And then I have another dedicated adapter for VLAN 50, which is the one that it's gonna be represented by the cloud servers. And now we're gonna go and interface 2, it's VNIC 2, actually vmnic 2. It's gonna be my VLAN 20, which then goes directly connected into side B voice gateway. So I did this on the fly, it didn't take me too long, so hope this helps a little bit with the stuff that we're gonna talk about. Okay, so first of all, let's go back to the presentation, and the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure those interfaces are configured right. Okay, so let's go to our terminal. I'm gonna close that, and I want to see show interface status, which is gonna show me exactly what I have connected, and I want to make this a little bit bigger. Oh, I think that was good. Okay, so show interface status, and I do have gigabit 105, which is my HQ servers, and I have it on VLAN 10, as you may notice, and gigabit 106, which is my cloud server. So we're gonna go with those. Then let's go to side B, and here it is the rest of the configuration, but I wanted to show you here. Show run, and it's switchboard access VLAN 20, no IP address, and I just noticed that I don't have VLANs configured on this guy, and the reason is because I mess around with the flash, so I need to redo them, but not right now. Okay, so yes, we're gonna go and create these VLANs again at a later point, but we want to check on those ports and see if they're configured right. So let's see, show run interface J105, and then we see that it's on VLAN 10, and then we want to see VLAN 6, same thing with VLAN 50. Okay, so I want to turn monitor on this guy, and I want to turn on the monitor on this guy. Turn on. You notice I'm just making it a little bit bigger so you can get the most out of it. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to, and now we're gonna go and configure the network adapters on VMware. Okay, so this is gonna be based on this diagram that I have here. So we're gonna configure, you already know this, so let's go into the configuration. Okay, that's my ESXI host. Okay, so we have some stuff here, and I want to come here directly into the configuration and see what network adapters we have configured here. So my vmnic 0, that's my management. Actually, no. What are those? Okay, vmnic 0 is my management network. Yeah, I was right about that. And then vmnic 5, it's for my internal servers, which you will see there. But we're gonna concentrate on this one, vmnic 3, 4, 3, and 2. Okay, so let's move on and let's go to networking. And now we're gonna tell this thing to the wanna add a new networking, and it's gonna be a virtual machine. And then we wanna unselect this one because that's the available one, and make it a vmnic 4. So we say vNIC 4, it's gonna be VLAN 10. Okay, we'll finish here. We're gonna add another one. And it's gonna be vNIC 3. This is gonna be for VLAN 50. And add another one. Just gonna go for VLAN 20. Okay. So I did something that I don't like doing. Let's see if I can modify that. Okay, so I really don't like not putting a name on this guy's phone. Let's do real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, so I went ahead and removed those VLANs and created not the VLANs, the networking adapters, and created them with the names that I wanted to have on my server. Okay, now we're gonna move into. Okay, this is this. Now we're gonna move into the next step, which is gonna be downloading the OVA files. I'm not gonna spend too much time into this because that's pretty self-explanatory. So you come here. I like doing this. Sometimes it works. Just putting call manager there on the support on the downloads piece. Sometimes it takes forever, and then you will see Unified Communications Manager, call manager. And then you'll see all the versions here. Okay, so we have the versions here, and the version we're looking for is Unified Communications Manager 9.1, and we're looking for the virtual machine templates. So come here, and you will see there's two different ones. You will see VMv8, VMv7. I think the VMv7 is the one that is supported by ESXI 4.1, and whatever it's 5.0 and above, it's gonna be VMv8. So I'm gonna go ahead and download that. Okay. And I'm gonna do the one for Unity connection, which you will see under Unified Communications, and it's gonna be under UC applications, messaging, Unity connection. And this one is not inside the actual version. They have a Unity connection virtualization link here, and then you will see they have all of them in just one place, which is really nice. Okay, so we're looking for 9.1, 1.5, ESXi 5 and higher. Okay, yeah, well, this one's specifying that there are some other versions depending on the ESXi version that you're running. Okay, so that was Unity connection. We're gonna go again to Unified UC applications. We're gonna go for presence. They have IMP here. We're going for 9.1. And the OVA template, so they're calling them differently. See, you notice. Nothing against that, but you know, it makes it a little bit confusing, but it's so good. Okay. And we're still missing the OVA for contact center, and I think we're gonna be able to come here under collaboration. Let's see, let's click here. I'm looking for customer collaboration, contact center solutions, unified contact center express. We're looking for 9.02, the VM templates. Okay, and we're gonna go back, and now I know it's the next part of this is downloading. Oh, not really, it's just go ahead and configure it on ESXI. I'm really glad that I have this quick presentation here, because if not I'll be lost. Okay, so go ahead and create a new virtual machine, and we're gonna start with the CUCM for the cloud. And this is gonna be a typical one. We're gonna click cloud CUCM. I do have space here in data store 1. Wait a minute, I'm doing it completely wrong. So just come here and do deploy OVF template, and then it's gonna ask us where do we have it, and I already know that they're here, so we're gonna go with CUCM. I'm gonna do next. And then we're gonna call this CUCM, and why not, let's make it a 7500 user node. Even though we're not gonna be connecting just like couple phones to it, but I'm gonna show you why I do it. And we're gonna say thin provisions. That's not supported on this version of Phone Manager, but since you're in a test environment, you can get away with it. Okay, so we have a problem here. So I only see side B. Alright, we're gonna leave it there, and then we're gonna come back to the settings and see what's up with our stuff. Let's see if we can go ahead and modify the network adapter here. Oh, there it is. Okay, this is gonna be my cloud site, and we're gonna do the same thing for Unity connection. And in this example, I'm gonna use Unity connection, but for headquarters. So this is HQ, CUC, and I'm gonna do, in this one, I'm gonna do 10,000 users. I'm gonna show you why I'm giving it a little bit more. Do thin provision in this guy too, and for some reason it doesn't show here the other network. That's good, that's fine. I'm gonna do the other one, the IMP for Cisco IMM presence. And the last one we're gonna do is call it headquarters IMP. Let's do this. I think we're gonna have the same issue on the interface, which I don't get, but we're gonna fix in just a minute. And last but not least, so you're seeing that every OVA has a different setting that you can set, that you can configure. You can choose if you wanna do, well, this one I'm doing the UCCX one, and this one's a little bit more special because it has a end user license agreement, which you will read whenever you feel bored. HQ UCCX, and then I'm doing the 300 agents. You'll notice that if you modify from number of agents, CPUs, memory, and disk are gonna change. In this case, we're gonna do the 300 agents. Okay. And now you see those. I'm gonna pause the video and then I'm gonna create the other ones. Okay, so I wanted to show you something regarding the reservations, and I actually have to fix the other ones that didn't take the actual network interface. So I'm gonna go into the Cloud CUCM and I'm gonna go to resources. This is not a good thing to do, but just like to do it because I like whenever it's not using it, I don't want it to reserve it on the whole environment. So not sure what's the impact of that, but I think it's not gonna reserve it, and it's gonna allow me to overcommit my server. Okay. So the other thing that we have left, and it's the beginning of the installation. I'm gonna go ahead and create another video for this one. This one will take us a little bit longer. We have to make sure we have connectivity, and then make sure we're good to install and that we know what are the steps. Okay, so really like to thank you for your time, and I see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.